or at least go and get in a massive long branch, like, right, that's it. I've given you fair warning. Come on, come on. We've obviously got, oh really? Still? Oh. Right, okay. Well, okay, yeah, but... Oh, yeah. We know that sim is perfectly okay, mate. We know that sim is perfectly okay, because it went straight on yesterday, didn't it? Anyway, whatever. Good evening! Good afternoon, good morning, whatever. I don't know what time it is. Oh, dear. Oh, hello. Yeah, no, I can't say hello to that guy, because if I said hello to that guy, it would ruin the surprise that, yes, that his wife wrote in about. So I can't say hello to him, and I can't say hello to her either, because apparently he's a very famous person, and he's... I can't say anything more than that. I can't, can I? And I can't say anything more about meeting Guy... yesterday. It was yeah, we're embargoed to explain why I met him, but lovely fella, just like on the TV, it's like almost reaching through the TV and shaking his hand, but he was very surprised when he found out that I was the guy who did Dirt magazine. There was lots of expletives going on, no, but he said it from Grimsby. Yep. Okay. What's going on here? Oh, okay. What's going on, GP? What? The settings on the like add a comp. What's going on there? Hold on. How do I get it then? I can't see live chat, mate. I can't see live chat. All I've got is comments, Jilly. Is that the old one I've got there or something? Oh, God. No. No. A lot of people are very amazed when they hear that Dublin is the busiest. Well, is it Dublin or is it Dubai? I don't know. What is the busiest destination out of London Heathrow? Well, I did hear once that it was Dublin. Anyway, whatever. So, Julie, let me just have a look here for this. I'm going to send you a picture of what I see when. Honestly, it's just winding me up, mate. It's just winding me up, mate. I've got comments, top, newest, yeah? Yeah, man, it's like, it must be the old one, man. I'm trying, it's not on there. It's not on there, mate. Is it actually on? Whoa, easy, son. So now we, hold on. Honestly, I'm on my channel. Yeah, okay. Scrolling down. Okay, let me go to live then. Okay, there we are. No, it's all right. I've done it. I've done it the other way round. I've gone to the live tab on the blah blah. Yeah. No, it says live chat. Yeah, top messages 1,000. Aden Campbell, Dubai, New York, Madrid, Dublin, Doha. There we go. Yeah, I've got it, mate. I've got it. Okay, we can get cruisers. Donald, where's your cruisers? If anything comes out over the top of us, folks. Gotta say, my experience with Etihad, overall, very good indeed. Now, here's a thing that's very interesting. Can you see what it is yet? Ooh, a bit of lake flare there. What's interesting is that if you were to sit in the exit row, I think that's the first exit row, sort of like over the back of the wing on the A350 and thereabouts on the 787. The spaciousness of the 350 is very much noticeable, but again, I have to say it is all dependent on the carrier and how they fit the cabin out. Some operators are fit them out to the gunnels so that you can get maximum amount of passengers on it. But with Etihad, I had an opportunity to fly on both of their the Dreamliner and also on the 350. Dreamliner 900, albeit. I'm imagining that their 1000 is what they've got. 1000. They've got any 1000s? Etihad do have 787-10s, don't they? I'm pretty sure they do. But a big difference between how far you are, for example, sitting away from the toilets. And there's the toilets speak again. But yeah, there's a lot more room, I have to say, on the 350 than there is the 787. But again, I have to say, please, I have to emphasise that is down to the operators. But as I've flown on both the 787, I'd like to see what the 787-10 fit out is like. That guy went around very, very early. I think that it was a little bit. Looks like a 777-200 with American Airlines. Yeah, of course it is. And an internal node. 6 connections. Oh right, okay. Yeah, well there you go, that's the difference. That's the difference, isn't it? Yeah, but that's the difference, isn't it? Now this is Delta, I think, A339, the Neo. Watch the second set, there they go. Up come the speed brakes. Nice bit of aero braking with that big 330 wing. Hey, was it the Motley crew that we caught going out on the 340-300 out of Narita? That was a real treat. came in the night before, and then we were lucky to catch them going out. It's on our Twitter feed. It's on our Twitter feed if you want to watch it. Just a little sort of like, you know, clip of it taxiing to its rolling straight out, like some very colourful comments about it as well. Funny ones, of course. Banter. Nick Gray, London Heathrow winds are 350 at 7 knots. Okay, so that wind has switched completely from what it was before we disastrously lost our connection. Yeah, just do it now, mate. Do it now, yeah, bin it, yeah. Starting up those engines. All the lights ablaze, wing lights as well, which is quite interesting. This time of the day, beautiful. Very British. Okay, look out for these twin start on these Gen X engines. Maybe actually that might not be. His APU is on, so that does indicate that he's going out. Sometimes these aircraft come in because this is now obviously a base, a London base for United States. At the moment there's nothing. Well, it might probably be something in the hangar, I'd imagine. So I think they might have, you know, seen the opportunity. Maybe I don't know if British Airways or London Heathrow put the hangar on eBay or something, you know, one careful owner, you know, 400 million miles of servicing, blah 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 blah. But I don't know if it was handed out to the operators, and United picked it up. But good for them, because they have a very active 767 fleet, as well, of course, of their Dreamliners and 777 from time to time, which is always good to see. She's not in today, by the looks of it. I don't think so. Lots of United tails in here. But the thing is that full of free movement check. The thing is that they are in a position now to do any on-wing repairs and other sort of like minor technical fixes to their aircraft, like brakes and things like that. Obviously, if there is a serious engine issue, then I'm not sure what well, actually, yeah, there's GE Wales, isn't there, if you need a complete strip down. But generally they do those sorts of things back in the US. But emergency services, and that's what the aircraft on ground, the AOG specialists provide. If an aircraft is stranded in a foreign country, needs an engine, they will do the research, they will put the word out, find out who's got one available as a spare. They will then fly it in. And my my nephew Sam Heather, with 27 Aviation, has been very active in doing that as well. 27 Aviation for all your ad hoc and AOG needs. He actually chartered the AN225 before it was so disastrously removed from the planet. Julian, thank you so much. He has gifted a big Jet TV membership, as has Robbie, who's gifted 5. Thank you, Robbie. Very nice things to do, to gift memberships, like I've mentioned before. We don't want to do super chat and all that. You guys are good enough to very kindly support the channel. We don't want more money out of you. We're not begging for money and all that. We'd rather hand that money back in the way of gifted memberships. Some people stay, some people don't. But it is just a wonderful thing that we're able to do that, rather than taking every single penny that we can. You know what I mean? Like some people do. God bless you, Vladimir, really, and do get me love. Anthony Teal, Emirates, 380, 6 minutes out. Paul Skilling, direct north wind. Not at the moment, Paul. Not at the moment. I'll say it's just a little bit sort of like northeast. Is that northeasterly? Yeah, if I look over there on my watch. Yeah, northwesterly coming. What's that, GP? Northwesterly, sorry. A220. Air France. So a little bit tetchy there, son. Look out, folks. Charles de Gaulle. What's that, GP? Okay, all right, fine. Now, Charles de Gaulle, ladies and gentlemen, the Paris Air Show. Get this, we're going. We are going, folks. We have been invited there by Embraer, which is a wonderful, lovely thing to do. We will obviously be featuring their E2 jet. But let's just get one thing absolutely straight. We're not being paid, we've just been invited. And the trade-off, as I mentioned last week, is that we can film the whole of the flying displays. So even those that are sort of conflicting, we're still going to do it because they fully understand that we're doing this for our own channel and for our viewers who like all aeroplanes. But of course, we will feature the E2 jet during the show. Looks like we're going to be there 2 days. And that's, when is Charles de Gaulle? It's, I think it's the 19th of June, is it? July? Or when is it? Yeah. Yeah. I did just say the 19th, didn't I? How very clever of me. Yeah. So the 19th, 20th, probably the 20th. I mean, we're going to try and see if we can do it on the busy days, obviously. We don't want to go there on the press day. Well, actually, funny enough, we want to go there when there's the least amount of people there, is what we want to do. But we do have an Ethernet connection, again, supplied by our good friends at Embraer. John Stoner. Slight crosswind, Nick Gray. GE90, Jerry Donnelly. Yes, we all love a GE90, don't we? 8 knots, Nick, so a bit tricky. Rab H, Declan Dolan, 380, just past Enfield. Good morning, Joe Maggio tuning in. Thanks for Narita, the Narita experience. Tell you folks, the most amazing thing I think I saw, and it didn't surprise me, I have to say, because the respect that they have, the Japanese, for each other as a nation is incredible. The fact that the pushback commander, so to speak, because it's a lot of people. I think it's a group of sort of like 7 people that sort of like muster out when they're pushing the aircraft back. And then the guy or girl with the last one to sort of like have any connectivity with the aircraft, pulling the tag out and showing it to the pilot, and then bowing to the pilot or the pilots or the plane, whichever. I'm going to try it with my golf ball tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, and see how we get on. I'm going to bow and I'm going to bless my clubs and. We'll see how it goes and see how long it lasts, but you know, show some respect to everything around you, and I'm sure you will be rewarded in some way. Julian, thank you, Julian. Okay. No, it's not C. Yeah, sorry, my apologies. Charles de Gaulle. I don't know why I mentioned it, because that's where I'm flying into. Yeah, the Paris Air Show. Didn't it used to be at Charles de Gaulle? Or has it always been somewhere else? I can't remember. Wasn't it? I don't know. Anyway, oh, we're going. What's that? What's the question? How long did what? Oh my good God. You have to include the layovers, don't you? Yeah, there's obviously a... Go on, open those reverses up, son. Get them up. Yeah. Oh, always at Le Berger. Okay, fair enough. Sorry. So ignore the CDG thing. I don't know why it's because I'm flying in there, isn't it? I don't know. Excuses now. Okay, I got it wrong. Simple as that. Kirsty Allen, the winner of the Airbus competition, is going to be announced at the air show. Ooh, I have to say, without sort of like wanting to be a prude or anything like that, but it was very interesting and very cringe-worthy, because I obviously looked online and for Paris Air Show Live, found Airbus's files, so to speak, on YouTube, and it's like it's playing out what I'm saying into the mic. Yeah. Do that. Yeah. Okay. Steve Batty went to the Paris Air Show in '77. Don't worry about showing your age, Steve. That must have been an amazing... now, in '77, what would have they had? The Concorde, wouldn't they? Wouldn't they have had Concorde in '77? Because it was '76, wasn't it, that it flew for the first time in passenger service? You have to remind me about this, folks. Are you there, Jilly? Can you hear me? Long landing. Do you know what? I thought that these things were supposed to make our life easier. I tell you what, it's flipping much more stressful, that's for flipping sure. Hello. Oh. Vacate the runway. Obviously, there's some connectivity issues at Hatton Cross as well, or there's a road closure or something because there's a lot more buses down here today. First arrival of Concorde. Where did you say, Jilly? LAX. Wow. Did they do an LAX service then? Blimey. Deirdre Rabbit, love Emirates. Rusty T, we've got a new member. KJFK forever. Good day to you, my friend. Welcome to Premium. You as a Premium member are going to be able to watch all of our members' shows now. And this Friday, in fact, we'll probably release it on Thursday, I'd imagine, as in tomorrow. Oh, Jiminy Cricket. Tomorrow we'll release it to the Hounds, Japan. Might as well do, yeah, we'll release it all, mate. I mean, yeah, there's a lot to watch, so... Yeah, It's good fun though, man. It's really good. Lots of interesting stuff as well to watch, folks, and we'd love to invite you to watch that as premium members and first class and super class. A lot of our first class and super class members catching it up, doing it on catch up. We're easy. Saudi is triple, nice. Last bit of blasting. See the wall of hot air being kicked out there, folks. It is a wall. It is literally a vertical, well, circular wall of blasted air. It is not blasted forward. Some of it is blasted forward, but most of it is blown sideways, which is why when we see it in the wet, you see it make such a mess of the underside of the aircraft. Absolutely fantastic. Ellis Chan, first arrival of Concorde at LAX, photographed it. I guess thousands did. Oh, I don't know about that. But anyway, didn't the TU-144 break up at the Paris Air Show? Chest at drawers, I'm not sure. 1969 was the maiden flight for Concorde, entered service in 76. There we go. Thank you, Lloyd Belt. I got part of it right. There we go. Going back to Manchester Airport, Richard Joy for a bit of plane spotting on the 1st of June. Only my second time ever. Richard, I would recommend that you try the airport pub is my recommendation to watch planes from. It all depends on operations, of course, but if you want to be a bit adventurous, then head over to the south side if you're going to go there early in the morning. If you're going to an airport to do plane spotting specifically, then do it for a couple of days, or at least do a whole day, but start early in the morning on the south side. Depends on direction of runway, of course, where you will get the aircraft coming right at you at the entry point to the southern runway. Great thing to watch, and yeah, we love going out. There's quite a few live streamers up there now. I think it's quite sort of like heavily covered, but I will say there's there's not a lot of them that do it from the south side, is there? I don't know why they don't, because that's the most exciting and noisy and active environment of aeroplanes at Manchester Airport. Unless you're up at the airport pub and they're going out the opposite, the other side, the northern runway. But yeah, it's quite interesting, really. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So they do it live south side. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, okay. Well, I'm wrong then. Okay. Sorry. Lovely people at Think Planes, I've got to say, folks. If you ever want to watch Manchester, watch the lovely people at Think Planes. Genuine guys and lovely people as well. And Simon Lawler as well. What's his channel? And Simon Lowe Aviation, yes, as well. Simon's a lovely fella. Came up and said hello. I mean, don't get me wrong, we've met almost all of the live stream fraternity, but some of them turn a little bit weird. But there you go, that's all you can say. Turn into a bit loonies, sort of like, I must be the best, I want to be the best. It's like, all right, mate, calm down. It's just you that does it. It's not like, Catherine Apps has gifted a Big Jet TV membership. That is a lovely thing to do, Catherine. Thank you so much. We've got KG, FK4, a 310. What's that? Chester Drawers has gifted 5 Big Jet TV memberships. Did I get that? Sorry, Chester Drawers. Nice one. Thank you very much indeed. 17th Mustang. Helen Claps lost her days from Japan. I know what you're talking about there. Yesterday I found myself really struggling at around about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I was like, whoa, here we go. I could definitely fall off to sleep right now. I was lying on the couch like, oh, okay, I better get up and run around or something. I don't know. But it's 9 o'clock. I was sleeping. No, it's last night. The GXWB A350 coming in soon, Aidan Campbell. Sorry if I'm miles behind on the comments, by the way, folks. We do have the next A350 to join the British, the Virgin Atlantic fleet joining us this afternoon at London Heathrow from Toulouse. She's being delivered. What's her name, GP? Soul Rebel, nice one. Is it Bob? Always reminds me of name Bob. Always reminds me of John Stoner. Looking forward to the France Air Show. Yes. We're going to do it live, folks, and I have to say, I was mentioning it, that I found the Airbus feed for Paris Air Show. What's that? Mic's running perfectly, everything's running as it should do. Everyone got audio okay? Blackadder, Jonathan Beale, you're on it. What's your name then? The number one trial, Jilly, which is a complete, just the change of the mic with no jack touching. Okay, new mic in now. Replacement leading mic. Might get to the flipping point that I was talking about before the end of the show at this rate. What we got? What we got? And that's just a swap out. No jack. Pure swap out the mic. Silly, let it ride, mate. Let it ride. Yeah, but because they do, mate. They do, they will, won't they? Because they, you know, diddle tarom look. We do. Especially this time of year when you've got all the cygnets, the swans and the geese, the baby ducks and all that ducklings, all the mummies looking up. Then that little thing comes along. It's very apt for this time of year. GV Bob, Soul Rebel, Lloyd Bell. What's your name then? Bob. L Random is a new member. Welcome, L Random. It's kind of like relates quite heavily to our technical issues, don't they? All I did was just switch the mics, Julie. That's all I did. That's all I did. That's all I did, mate. If you look carefully, folks, I'm gonna post it later. The flex on these wings is remarkable. Watch it drop. Watch the wing drop. Go from the positive to the negative. But it's all done in the best possible taste. Restless Larry has gifted a membership. Restless Larry, thank you, Larry. Hope you overcome your restlessness at some point in the near future. El Random. Cheetah 1903, when is the new Virgin 350 coming in? We believe about 5 o'clock this afternoon, folks. That wasn't the plan to start, but we're gonna stick around for it. But the only thing is that the runway switches at 3 o'clock, doesn't it? So what do? Do we go over to the paddock and catch it going in at the paddock? Do that. Oh yeah, but are they going to be on 09s? That's the big question. Yes, if they do switch to 09s, then we'll just have to stay here and we'll catch her landing and then taxiing down here. I don't know how. She's going to be very light indeed, so she'll probably do a very quick vacate on the runway. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Lastminute.com. I'm going to message Gareth. Let's see if he's okay, let me just write a message to him quick. Call you back 2 seconds, GP. 2 seconds. Hey Gary, hope you're well. Thanks. Full stop new line. Hey listen, G dash V being O2 is being delivered into Heathrow today. New line. Any chance you could speak to operations? See you. Run all the way to the end of the line, so we can get a good look at full stop new line. That's based on if they are on 09 new line. If not, we're going to catch her on 27 over the top. Full stop, new line. All the best, mate. Cheers, Jerry. Message sending. Your message has been delivered. Call back, GP. Nice. Oh, look at that for an air brake. Yeah. So folks, I'm guessing that the Paris Air Show is a big one, isn't it? For both military and for commercial. Now, here's the stuff. Here's the good thing that we've been asked by Airbus to film the A400M at Riyadh, and I've already told them, like I told you last week, forget it. Don't bother speaking to Riyadh because they'll just turn you down, even though you're the client and you're paying for the pitch and basically subsidising the fact that they are able to put it on. However, that is what it is. They've got their own live TV channel and so on and so forth, which is great. It's brilliant, and good luck to them. But we're not doing Riyadh, and that's the end of it. So we're going to do the Paris Air Show, and we will cover all the military. We will cover every single display there is live from our good friends at Embraer, who will obviously be showing off there and displaying their E2, slinging it round the skies. We'll talk to the test pilots. Right, I've got double grey tick on that. Let's just see whether he comes back. Sometimes it may be false. Was out of work when in 2017 Japanese Grand Prix decided to copy the time zones. Not the worst decision I made in that time of my life, but not the best by a long shot. Okay, to copy, as in, I see what you mean. Yeah. Well, it's a bit different when you just all you got to do is get up, make a cup of coffee, and watch a TV show. Brilliant. But when you got to work, and very hard indeed, it's a different thing altogether, I have to say. Blimey, bit irritated. Interesting that this guy is facing this direction and not the other direction. He's going to come out this way. Rab, that's actually a 787 unless you just sure don't seem to get jet lagged here, full of usual vim and vigour. What a costume. Trust me, man, I am still quite sort of like, you know, bit, what do you call it, fluffy-headed or whatever you might want to call it, fluffing me words and stuff like that. But you know what? This is what we do. Rather this than, you know, sitting at home, sort of like, you know, doing nothing or whatever. Mark Massey tuning in, or Macy tuning in from Charlotte, North Carolina. Good day to you. Coffee and planes. Rampers look so small in front of these huge airplanes. They do. Cats and prams. Rohit Markel landing at London Heathrow on 1st of June to watch India play Australia in the World Test Championship. Wow, cool. So, comms guy, or is he a wing walker? But I think he's detached. It's going to be somebody else around there, unless it's actually it's just the tug operator who's doubling up as the tow bar connector. But I don't think it will be. There'll be a couple of them in the tug. Is there two vests I can see in the tug there? You've got a guy, this guy standing nearest us. I don't know if he's holding something up. Is he holding up? Yes, he is. Okay, so what does that, because that generally indicates stop, or because he'll be firing his engines up. Can you see if those engines are running, folks? Aidan Campbell, no, I don't regret not making a holiday of it, to be honest, my friend. Although I do hear it's a beautiful city, a great place to visit. Luckily, we were in a lush area at Narita. It's completely surrounded by beautiful vegetation, green, beautiful green vegetation, obviously. Lush grass and stuff like that. Beautifully maintained and well looked after. Not even one piece of litter. Such a considerate, respecting people. Okay, looks like she's done. That's the comms guy. You can see he's got his comms now. Is he gonna? I think he's already done it. Has he? No, there's one more there. Is there one more there? Okay, it's interesting. Is he just waiting for the engines to start? Because sometimes they will. Oh, okay. There we go. There we go. Cheerio! What a great job, folks. Get yourself a job airside. If you're wondering, if you're sitting around wondering what to do, then you know, that's something different. Meet new people. Yeah. Jax, you're right. Just being in Japan is an experience. It is, most definitely. Doesn't matter whether you go to Tokyo, whether you go to anywhere. To be perfectly honest with you, my time overseas is purely for you guys. Again, I have to say, you know, whenever I return to the car rental place, unfortunately I didn't this time, but the mileage is always very low indeed, under sort of like 50 miles, and most of that's going to and from either McDonald's or Starbucks. Airport, hotel, McDonald's, Starbucks. Airport, hotel, yeah, McDonald's, Starbucks. McDonald's, airport. So if you put one of those tags on me, mate, it would be quite funny. Look like London Heathrow on an early morning in all the holds. Yeah. In fact, we could actually probably reenact it, couldn't we, in a funny sort of way. It's a shame those Apple tags don't have a tracer on them. Anyway, KB is a new member. Welcome to First Class, KB. Lovely to see you here. Chest of drawers. I used to drive airside security vehicles at EMA. Wow, yeah, what a great job. Obviously, you don't just drive around willy-nilly, but if you've got to get from one place to another, you're constantly checking things out. Speak to the ground teams, the ATC or whatever ground teams are operating it. I think it is the tower that you have to contact the tower to cross specific taxiways or entry points or something like that. Hilly Hog. I remember Hilly Hog. Welcome back to Big Jet TV, Hilly Hog. Lovely to see you. From your position, Jerry, I can hear the skid of the undercarriages on the runway, Hilly Hog. Yes. It's always a big question as to whether that is the sort of like screech of tyres. I don't know as it is, because the impact is, I don't know what, because you do hear something, don't you? But I don't know if it's just the sort of like the quick spin up of the wheels, because, you know, at the end of the day, these things are reaching, is it 1200 RPM or something like that at in no time at all. Kevin McGuirk, thank you, Kevin. We try, my friend. And it is all down to you folks, our members, and it is great to have you. We give back exactly what we say on the tin. We don't need 15 different membership levels where you get a picture of my cat if you join for a 50p or something like that. I don't know. Yeah, very interesting. Yesterday, when I was having my meeting with Joe from Gravity, very interesting. Before I did, I actually went online and had a look at the Paris Air Show live to see if there was anything on there. They do have Airbus do them, and there's this guy there. I've got to say, man, he knew nothing about planes. Why have they got a bloke filming, presenting a live stream for Airbus, who's probably better off doing, I don't know, whatever he likes, but it was quite obvious that his knowledge was very basic. Bless him, you know. But what was crazy, he's interviewing some fella from Airbus, like a high up executive, standing there on a platform where they can quite clearly see the aircraft. They got him on a pip, and they got the aircraft taking off. It's one of the family jets, and it's clearly an A330neo. And as it rotates, the guy says, so here we have an Airbus. Great, mate. And then the tell us about this. You know, he says to the fella, and the fella's like, "Well, I don't really know what we're you know, because obviously they must have been slightly, he must have been facing the wrong way or something. I don't know, but anyway, the guy said, the presenter said, like, you know, and this is the A350, and so the guy starts talking about the A350, and it's clearly, and they go through the whole display. No one comes up to him and says, mate, it's an A330neo. It's not an A350. They go on about it all the way through, and it is quite sort of like cringe-worthy, you know, because you can almost hear everybody at home going, "It's a 330neo, mate." And also Airbus, when they saw it back, they must have been like, well, I would have been like, "Oh man, really? Can we do a VO or something on that?" Because that just makes us look stupid, you know. So I was quite surprised, really. So it'll be quite interesting, because obviously we will be filming the air show live and all its displays, and we'll be kind of doing that for Paris, for the organisers, free of charge, of course. Aidan, Sydney Kingsford Smith. Well, we have talked obviously about filming from Australia. And we would love to, obviously. Sid Squad are people that that we've got a bit of a relationship with, because they know us. They're actually members of Big Jet TV, and a big shout out to all the guys out there in Australia. Yeah, again, it's another long trip, and we don't know whether it would be. I think it would. I actually spoke to Russ about this. I think it would probably be better to do, you know, one of the major destinations, whether it's Melbourne or whether it's Sydney. And as we know the guys at Sydney, and they've got some amazing footage, folks. If you ever want to subscribe to their channel, they're a great bunch of guys down there in Sydney. We would obviously, like our friend Kevin out at LAX, we would obviously link up with them and talk to them and make sure that, because obviously, you know, out of respect of coming to people's places like we did in Japan, where there's guys live streaming there, you obviously have to show a tremendous amount of respect for people who put you know, effort into live streaming, etc, etc. But we would obviously meet up with the fellas, the guys and girls at Sid Squad. Great name, I've got to say, Sid Squad. G'day. On today's show, it's not a plane, this is a plane. Oh, you're just blowing hot air, mate. Boom, boom. Yeah, look at that. That is so awesome. Very simple system of the reversers, or the reverse thrust operation. Literally close off all they do is they close off the bypass tunnels that circle round the engines. They close those bypass tunnels off, and therefore open the reverser doors, and all the air blows out sideways. Simple as that. They are angled ever so slightly forward, the little perforations, I guess you'd call them, or slits, or whatever they are in the engines. Very sophisticated system, but very simple. In other words, it's like, right, what do you want to do? Okay, we want to stop the air going forward, back, and make it go sort of sideways and forward. And what is crazy is that the air that it blows out creates, and this is Screaming Emu, who mentioned this quite a few weeks ago now, that it is a wall of air that slows the aircraft down, which is quite incredible. Always looking up, Kuwait triple. In hot. Basil Sims, good day to you. Ken Hudson. Mike James, ASL Airline 747-400 Southeast, southbound over Marlow, straight at you. Okay, and there she is. How about that? I think, you know, I think that 787 is just like, right, we're early, we're just going to sit here and wait. Great to meet that guy on the terrace at Narita. Come back to that in a little bit, might get a bit of a better shot. Now this 787, I think that they are just hanging there as long as they can. Maybe they're early on their pushback, on their slot to go out. Somebody decided to do. Oh, I got you. Yeah. Oh, that's lovely, isn't it? Diane78 has gifted 5 Big Jet TV memberships. Thank you, Diane. Isn't that what it used to be like though, Jilly? Great service on Etihad, folks. Hey! Does Abu Dhabi have a new terminal building that's not open yet? Because I tell you, the one that I was in was a bit manky, but there was a new beautiful wave structured huge terminus building which didn't look like it was open. No aircraft parked at it. Yeah, anyone let me know? So many people talking about that zoom shot. Jeffrey Dingle, thank you very much indeed. Skyscan Han. Real edition. Great experience with Etihad, I have to say. Festival of Creativity, taxiing departures, should see her behind the United in a minute. But we've got 25 minutes. She'll probably go out of the Southern. I don't know what's going on with this Dreamliner because he's very, very early. There's your festival jet coming out. The fair's on fire! Heathrow arrow. Manky means a bit sort of like, you know, a bit tatty, or a little bit sort of like, you know, yeah, scabby, or, you know, dirty. And oh, Saj Lockett Abu Dhabi's midfield terminal will open towards the end of 2023. Thank you. Latam. Short for Latin America, of course. Nice. Gotta love a close-up shot, mate. Interesting that I mean, that 787 is basically blocking that taxiway, so I don't quite understand why. Hey, another one, if you follow us on Twitter, folks, have a look at that post that I put out from Narita of that Dreamliner. The front end of it, it's obviously flown through some incredible, you know, like stones or serious, I mean, I don't know about hail, but incredible picture of its front. That's obviously just been, it's almost like it's literally been, it's flown through volcanic ash cloud or something like that. It's been well and truly sandblasted. Peter Henry, do reverse thrust mechanisms have a safety control installed so they can't be activated in flight? Yes, Peter. It is obviously computer you know, a computer system which, in order to deploy reverses, there is only one way of doing it, and that is pulling up the reverse thrust levers, which are separate to the main levers themselves. So that's a long wait for that United jet, wasn't it? Peter Gourlay, taxi light is on. Thank you, Peter. Going round the top. Royal Jordanian Dreamliner on approach. Another recent new addition to the E2 jet. I think they've taken delivery of 2 aircraft. I did say to the guys at Embraer, look, come on, let's like we did at London City, let's get out there, film some delivery flights, go to the test facility, the assembly lines, all that kind of thing. Be pretty cool. Wall of air, mate. It's Gourlay GPX. Nose will come down naturally, but the pilot will sometimes give it a nudge down or hold it off depending on the situation. EGPXB. Absolutely right there, yeah. It's all about finesse, all about sort of like, you know, looking after the aircraft in terms of the front undercarriage. You don't want to just let it drop bang on the floor. because that would just be a sort of like, you know, a crazy thing to do. A lot of the time you'll see the pilot will work with the elevators to control the drop of the front end as it comes down. We see Banfu 321 Neo at Japan, John Gridham saying. Thank you, John. How come these people are answering questions that I asked out? Oh, that's right. No, hold on a minute. Why is my chat? My chat has frozen. Yeah. Yeah, I've got that. Like a chatting code. Yeah. Top messages. Heidi Heffington's front yard is a great place for spotting aircraft on approach to the city airport, goes overhead, and we often get fighter jets on training runs from Langley practicing touch and go as well. That is pretty cool. Yeah, very fortunate where I live, and Julie, a couple of streets up, we've got 09s and 27 operations active. One this morning, this afternoon on my way up here, BA 777, a mere 2,300 feet above the house. Oh. Yeah, yours is more on the turn, mine is after they've done the turn. Yeah. He's got the whole world in his hands. Oh, sorry. Peter Gourlay, I really miss the passengers 747s at Heathrow. Peter, we all do, my friend. You know what? This time, like 4 years ago. Oh, okay. Oh my God! So they're going to completely go 09s, yeah? Cabin crew Grant, thank you very much indeed. Yeah, 747s. Apparently, easterly operations changing to 3. Unbelievable the amount of times they're on 09s here, folks. You know, when I first moved to London, the amount of times they were on 09s was maybe, you know, once every couple of months or something like that. It was like that, wasn't it? Now it's like, you know, twice a week or whatever. Yeah, the 747s, the BA 747s, if they were to be remaining on 27 operations, by now there would be like a big line of jets lined up right here, and there would probably be at least 2 or 3 747s in that group, and it would just be a crescendo of RB211s waiting all along this taxiway here. It is what it is. We have to travel thousands and thousands of miles now to get as many, you know, get a proper fix of jumbos. Got a great fix of jumbos at Narita, folks, I have to say. Very fortunate that it's a heavy cargo hub there with UPS, Nippon, of course, and Atlas Air, Polar with their 777s and 747s. FedEx 777s, 767s. Japan Airlines 767s, how about that? Japan Airlines 767s, amazing. And Nippon 767s. Bless you. Sue Taylor, every now and then I'll watch an old live stream with 747s. Yeah, worth doing. And we had no warning, did we? There's one going over the top of you, Jilly. That's banking over Sainsbury's right now. Nice, 3:30. Oh, well then in that case, do we stay here or do we head down? Hyatt. Very D-rated. What, before we go? Before the 3 o'clock? Uh-huh. Roger that. Okay, folks, looks like we're going to change positions for 09s, obviously. I'm going to stay. No, we'll wait till the switch over, mate, and make sure it's all confirmed. Yeah. Sorry about that. Yeah. Zombie Tog, upgraded to first class. Zombie, thank you so much. Wonderful thing to do. Great to see you here. Oh, hold on a second, Julie. Call you back 2 seconds. This is one of the sort of a hybrid last of the CEOs with the Neo type winglets on her. Yeah, we could stay here, you know, we could stay here, but you wouldn't see a lot of activity. That's it. You see a little bit of this stuff going on, of course. Let's just see if he's made any. Oh, brilliant. Hey, Chili. You there? Oh. Just got a text. Hi, Dad. Can you text me when you see this? My phone fell out of my back pocket. This is my new number. Oh, I so want to message them back. Oh, what shall I send them? Oh, that's hilarious. What's your name? Bob. No son of mine's called Bob. Brilliant. John Graham, like this A320. Peter Gourlay, the BA 767s were amazing in the land or livery. Always loved that short haul flight shuttle up to Glasgow. Peter, yes, we caught the retirement of the British Airways 767 fleet. I think the last two both went out in one day, and we caught that. I think if you Google or YouTube on our channel, BA 767 retirement flight. Julie, you there? I just got a message. Hi, Dad. Can you text me when you see this? My phone fell out of my back pocket. This is my new number. No, really? Okay, I'm going to block it. Got to block this caller, mate, not just delete it, block it. Oh, okay. Oh, can't be bothered. Hi, Dad. Brilliant. Oh, is it? That's total fishing, isn't it? Because that is literally, you know. Really, just as funny as that, isn't it? 339. Oh, yeah, beautiful. Second Delta 339 we've seen in today's show. Nice. Aidan Campbell, love the 767. I do love the 767, especially when we saw those ones at Narita that had the you know, no winglets, the 300s with ANA, which I believe later on, once they've completed and finished their passenger service and have been replaced by other jets, 787s, whatever they might be, with all Nippon, they will then be converted into freighters or sold off to be converted. Field has gifted 10 Big Jet TV memberships. Lovely thing to do, Michael. Thank you so much. What a wonderful thing. Welcome anybody who's just joining us. A lot of people watch and catch up from the beginning, so we get lots of people commenting on stuff that happened at the beginning of the show. So I understand what you're saying, folks. Don't worry about it. The Whistly 787. Virgin Atlantic actually have just announced that they're the first airline, I believe, to incorporate a some kind of a emergency. Yeah, got it. Sound? We got sound? Everything all right? Somebody said sound, Julie. Alan L said sound. Right, folks, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to head up to the, well, well, what are we going to do? I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go back, get the other, and then switch out, and then come back to for the arrivals. Okay. Well, but wouldn't it be worth going back again, just in case? Mics are running absolutely fine, Jilly. There's nothing wrong with the mics. All the lights are on, everything's fine.